Hey guys, how's it going? Austin Reed here, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Alright, in this episode, I'm going to teach you guys how to get concerts. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so maybe you're just starting out and you want to try to get some gigs now, or you've contacted some venues and you haven't gotten very many responses, or you just want to ramp things up and really bring things to the next level. Well, in this video, I'm going to help you out. First, we're going to go ahead and look at what you need in order to get concerts, and then what we're going to look at is how to actually go out and get those concerts. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at what you need. So the first thing that you guys need is some sort of following. Now I know this seems kind of obvious, but I'm going to go ahead and put it this way. Venue owners are not exactly interested in the type of music that you might play. Now, some of them might be, but most of them are not. What they're actually interested in the fact that you can bring people to their venue. They're interested in people coming to their bar or their club or their concert hall to go buy drinks, buy tickets, buy food, and ideally make money. And I know that sounds weird, but this is the music industry. And if you don't approach venues with a business mindset, you're not going to get very far as trying to get concerts and actually getting paid as a musician. And we all want to at least make a living on music, right? So that's why you guys are watching this video. So let's go ahead and explain how to actually get paid with this stuff. Now, that's where the following comes in. So basically, if you have a bigger following, venue owners tend to think, oh, well, they've got a following, so I think they could bring some people to our bar. And it's a lot easier to actually get your band or your show or your solo act or whatever you are into that venue or event in order to play for those people. Now, how much following is a good following? It kind of depends on the size of venue you're trying to hit up and whether or not you're trying to tour. Ideally, if you're just playing small venues around town, anywhere between 1 to maybe 300 followers on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube could do quite okay for you. You can get in some venues with just that. And if not, then if you want to go like on tour or something, then I would recommend at least 2,000-ish to go on like a small tiny band tour, and then around 5,000 if you want to start like touring countries at least a little bit. And you better know some marketing by the time you get to that point, because you're going to show up in cities where nobody knows you. And if you don't know how to market, you're going to be playing to an empty crowd. But we have videos about that. You guys will see that on the channel soon. So that's the first thing you need when you're approaching venues. The second thing you need when you're approaching venues is you need an electronic press kit, or EPK. Now, what is an EPK? Basically, an EPK is a resume for your band, and it's supposed to show the venue owner how good the music is, places you've played before, how many people you can generally bring, and just how good you are as a band, and it basically sells your band to the venue owner, okay? Now, an EPK, what is inside an EPK? The first thing I'm going to say is a one sheet. Now, one sheet is a piece of paper that has a picture of the band, and it's got like the amount of Spotify plays, the amount of YouTube subs or views, and it might have the website and a link to find further information, and just really cool, eye-catching facts for the band. Just something that a venue owner can look at and go, boom, this is kind of what this band is about. I like this. I'm going to check them out a little further. That is the very first thing that you're going to need. Second thing you're going to need in your EPK is 3 songs. Now, these 3 songs can be recorded, which is fine. They could be music videos, that's fine. Or they could also be live videos, that's fine too. Ideally, you want live videos. Recorded songs do okay. Music videos do slightly better, but live videos is like really where it's at. So ideally you want to find some kind of maybe a balance. You can do a live video, music video, and recording, or a live video and 2 music videos. But you want to try to get a live venue in there. It's really gonna help you out, just getting a live video right in there. So there's that. The very next thing you guys are going to want to do is you're going to want to put pictures of your band. So make sure these are super high quality photos. Go out and spend some good time getting maybe a photographer or a good friend, find a good place with good lighting, and get really, really awesome pictures for your band. And you're going to want to throw in like 1 to 3 of those in there. The very next thing you're going to want to do is put a sheet together with all the social medias and the respective followings for those social medias. just so that they can check you out further, check out your website, check out your Facebook. That way they know more information about your band. And then the very next thing you're going to want is an elevator pitch. Now, an elevator pitch, to put it simply, is between 4 to 6 sentences long, basically a paragraph about your band, but more specifically selling your band, why your band is unique, and why this venue needs your band to play whatever event. And then the very last thing you need to do is you need to add some press in your press kit. So if you've been featured on the news, in a newspaper, in a blog, if you won a competition, something like that, you want to go ahead and put some type of press in your electronic press kit, okay? And once you got all of that together, then you're almost ready. You're almost ready to start contacting venues. But the very next thing you got to do is you got to find which venues to contact. And yes, we're going to talk a little bit about that too. So what I like to do is I like to put an Excel sheet. I like to put the name of the venue, the website, the address, the phone number, and the email, and the genre and the capacity all in one line. Okay, and the reason why I do an Excel sheet is because then I can easily say, called them, no answer. They said yes, and I can easily track how many times I've called them, what they said each time. And it's just really easy on an Excel sheet. So Excel sheets really, really, really help you out there. Now, once you go ahead and you have this list, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to want to check the venue, and you're going to want to check the dates that you want to play. Okay? And always check the dates you want to play. And check to see if they're available. Because if they're not available and you contact the venue and you're like, hey, I want to play your place on Friday the 26th, and they already have a show going on Friday the 26th, they're going to think you're stupid, and then they're never going to talk to you again. And you don't want that. You don't want to get blocked by these venue owners. You want to be taken seriously. You want to look professional, and you want to get in that door, okay? So make sure that the dates you're trying to propose are already open for that venue. Once you've done that, the very first thing you do is you send an email, all right? Now, in the subject of the email, you want to put the band name and the dates you might possibly want to play. So I would put band name, venue name, dates. So in the subject, you're basically going to say, hey, we're this band. We like your venue and we can play similar music. Or like, we think you'd be interested in having our music at your club or your concert hall or whatever. We can bring this many people. We're going to advertise like this. And then here is a link to our EPK. That's basically what you're going to say. Now, what do I mean by advertise? Well, whether you advertise on Facebook or Instagram influencers, or you do flyer ads or word of mouth, maybe you do speeches or interviews on the radio or something in order to get hype up for your concert, you want to put at least a little one line or two sentences in there about how you're going to actually advertise the show. It should be really, really sweet and short. It should be like 5 sentences. And then right under those 5 sentences, you want to put your one sheet. That way it's like clear, easy, bang, like visual, like I can see what your band is about. So it's like a paragraph and then one sheet that says your band name and like the amount of streams and whatever, just the awesome one sheet I talked about earlier. And then right below that, you want to link to your EPK that has, basically your resume ready to go and say, you can see my electronic press kit here, or you can hear my music here. And then very clear, bold as day link right there. Sometimes if you don't say, you can see it here, they will miss it. So make sure you put that in the email along with your one sheet and everything else. And so you send out that email, and then 80% of the time you're not going to get a response. But that's okay. That's okay. That's normal, because I'm going to tell you how to get past that. All right? The very next thing you're going to do is you're going to wait about a week. You pick up the phone, and this is really painstaking. If you've ever done cold calls before, it is hard and it sucks. But you're going to have to do it if you want to be successful as a musician. So you pick up the phone and you call them and you say, hey, I sent you an email about a week ago about possibly playing on the 26th of April. I was wondering who I need to talk to in order to book shows. Boom. And oftentimes the conversation goes one of 3, maybe 4 different ways. Okay? Well, either they don't pick up the phone, which is like whatever, or they do pick up the phone and you realize you're emailing the wrong email or person, or you're talking to the wrong person on the phone and they're not in the office. So they will either give you a phone number or an email to the person you actually need to talk to, or they might tell you when they might be in, so you have to do a call back. That's really, that happens often, where you send the email to the wrong address or something. Number two, what might happen is they might just flat out say, no, we're too busy, or something you might encounter a lot is, no, all of our shows get booked by this other organization. And so a lot of bigger venues, you'll find that too. And so you might have to go figure out that other organization that books those venues and talk to them in order to get a show there. What might happen, number three, is perhaps they've seen your email, but they didn't really have time to respond or whatever. And you caught the owner, and so you called them and you're like, hey, whatever, like, I want to play your place. And basically the owner says, oh, hey, yeah, I did see that email. All right, cool. You guys want to play on the 26th? Let me check the calendar. He checks and he's like, oh, yeah, we're available on the 26th. How does a 60-40 or 70-30 split sound? Oh, yeah, good, sweet. All right, what time sound check? Sweet, awesome, boom. And then it's in the bag. That happens usually quite often too. Usually they're just a little busy, but as long as you've got good shit, usually that tends to happen. And then the final thing that might happen is they might just be like, no. They might just be like, no. You know what I mean? And if they say no, don't get mad at them. Just mark it in your Excel sheet. Contact them in a couple months for another show or something. But for now, just black them out on the Excel sheet and be like, they said no. And that's basically how to get gigs. The good times you want to call are between, anywhere between like 12 or 1 and 5 p.m. in whatever area you're trying to hit up. Granted that it's open, a lot of these nightclubs are not open at that time, so it kind of varies on the place. And generally you want to call Monday through Thursday because those are not the busy nights. You do not really want to catch them at a busy time because they might be flustered or irritated or something like that, and you don't want to call them and they're busy and they're talking to 3 people or they're irritated, because then you might just not get the gig, not because you're not good enough to get the gig, but because they were irritated when you called them. And you don't want that either. So make sure that you call at a decent time. All right, in the next video, I'm going to talk about how to negotiate prices, how to negotiate getting paid for gigs. All right, so go ahead and stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stick around if you want to see more videos about how to be a successful musician. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you guys have a wonderful day.